All right, time to review for the quadratics practice test. So remember, when we're factoring, all right, we're going to have an x and an x. We're going to have these two parentheses. Now, because both of these signs are positive, these both are going to be positive. Now, what are the factors of 8? That means what are the numbers that multiply to 8 that give you 6? Well, you could sit here if you need to. Not saying you have to, but if you need to, you can sit here and do this. Add them, that gives us 9, gives us 6. So these are going to be our factors here. All right, but when we solve this, remember, it's the opposite. So we're going to have -2 and -4. So it's going to be this one right here. Okay, not this. This has -4 and +2. This has +4, -2, and these are both positive. So it's this one. So pay attention. Okay, I have seen stuff that's looked like this before on the ACT, and they try to get people tripped up just for not paying attention. Okay, pay attention. Did I say that enough? Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. All right. So we're starting right here with parentheses, and we're going to have x's. All right. This is positive. This is negative. That means our signs are different. Okay, so one's going to be positive, one's going to be negative. Now, this tells me the bigger number is going to be positive when we factor. All right, so here's the factors of -18 that combined give us a +3. All right, so I'm going to make all the bigger ones positive right here. So that's going to be 18 and -1. It's going to be 9 and -2. It's going to be 6 and -3. Well, this gives us 17. This gives us 7. And this gives us 3. Ding, 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 ding. We got a wiener. All right. So, again, when we slice this and solve it, we're going to have a -6. Okay. So that takes care of these two. And we got a +3. Well, not that one. All right. So test taking skills. That's kind of, I'm trying to drive this home. And that's kind of funny because, you are at home or somewhere. You're not at school. All right. So given this is our, standard form. When A is positive, the max and the vertex is the same. That, remember, when A is positive, that means it looks like this. Okay, that means it's going to keep going up to infinity. Okay, this is false. The only time that the max and the vertex are the same is when A is negative. That means it's going to open down, and there's our vertex, and it's also our max. Okay, so this looks similar. Axis of symmetry. Now, if I was doing this one, and like we did on the lessons and stuff, I would find my A, B, and C. A equals 1, B equals 6, and C equals 8. All right. Now, notice I didn't put any of the formulas up here because you should have those. If you don't use your notes on the test, you're really hindering yourself. Okay. Now, we know this is positive. Our A is positive, so we can go ahead and answer a couple things. We know that our max is going to be infinity, and we know these two things are going to be the same. Okay, so for the axis of symmetry, when that's negative times 6 over 2 times 1, it's -6 over 2, which gives us x equals -3. All right, so we know a -3 is going to be here, and -3 is going to be here. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that -3 and plug it in everywhere I see this. And when I do so, I want to make sure it's in parentheses. All right. So with my handy dandy calculator, square plus 6 times -8. Yes, I got to talk to myself. I get -1. So -1 goes here, -1 goes here. Bam! Okay. All right. Next one. So kind of the same thing. Let's kind of move this out of the way. There we go. All right. I didn't do all this other stuff. I figured y'all would kind of know. All right. A is -1. B is -2. and C is 24. All right. So because my A is negative, I know that these two are going to be the same. My minimum is going to be negative infinity. All right. So again, these two are going to be the same. All right. So to find my axis of symmetry, so that's negative times negative 2 over 2 times negative 1, which gives me 2 over negative 2 gives me negative 1. So x equals negative 1 goes here, a negative 1 goes here, negative 1 goes here. All right, again, when we're plugging this in, I don't really have room right here, but I'm going to scroll down. Let's see, what that was, a minus 2, a plus 24. All right, so I'm going to plug in that negative 1 like this when I'm doing it in my calculator, just as I have it written. I mean, I'm giving y'all the cheat codes here. All right, so we get 27. So we get 27 here and 27 here. That's it. Kind of that straightforward. All right. Using the quadratic formula, there's only one answer. Okay. So we're going to pay attention to what we're doing. We're going to say A is 2, B is negative 7, C is negative 3. All right. The formula, x equals negative b plus and minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. All right, so when we plug stuff in, equals negative times 2 plus or minus square root. Nope, not 2. That's going to be negative 7. Negative 7 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 3 all over 2 times 2. All right, so this gives us a positive 7. Bottom, it gives us 4. It looks promising, does it not? All right, so I want to do all this right here in my calculator right quick. Negative 7 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 3. All right, I get 73, and the square root of 73. All right, that error is no square root of 73. So that's my answer right there. There's only one answer. All right. Using quadratic formula again. A equals 9, B equals negative 7, and C equals negative 4. I hope you're paying attention to this practice test, because my practice tests are very similar to my actual test. Now, I'm not going to write the formula down again. I'm just going to actually start plugging in the numbers. All right, so I'm going to plug in negative 7, negative 7. This is 9. This is negative 4, and then this is 9. All right. So I have x equals 7 plus or minus something, and this is 18. All right. So, excuse me, negative 7 squared minus 4. 4 times 9 times negative 4. All right, I get 193. So 193. Oh, that looks like 183. Mr. Jeffries cannot write correctly. All right, that's my answer. So that's this one right here. All right. Oh, now you should look right here. Pay attention to your choices. I'm going to have, this has eyes in it. Okay. This has eyes in it. I mean, not just like this eye, but it's got those imaginary numbers. That means I'm going to have a negative square root somewhere. Okay. A equals 1. B equals 8. C equals 25. All right. So when I'm plugging it in, x equals negative. If I was smart, I would have already did this up, but it's a Friday morning when I'm recording this, so I'm just trying to get stuff done. So 8 goes here, 1 goes here, 8 goes here, 1 goes here, and then 25. All right, so I've got it plugged in. Now I got to try to clean it up. So -8 plus or minus. We got 2 right here. All right, so I do 8 squared minus 4 times 1 times 25. All right, I get -36. All right, here's the deal. If you try to take the square root of -36, it's not going to do it. Your calculator. Watch this. I'll show you. No, not that way. No, not that way again. Come on, second square root. Second answer. Ah! Dadgummit. Sausage link fingers. All right. If you try to take the square root of a negative, it's going to say domain error. Okay? And then you're going to think that it's no solution. But I'm sitting here. I'm trying to tell you what I done told you. You sit there and you write the square root of 36. You take that and put an I out in front of it. All right. So now we have -8 plus or minus. Well, the square root of 36 is 6 I over 2. All right. That's not anywhere close to our choices. All right. But what happens if I divide a 2 out of all this? This becomes 1, this becomes 4, and this becomes 3. I get -4 plus or minus 3i. There it is. All right. Keep on whittling it down. All right. Y'all can do this. I know you can. All right. So A equals 1, B equals -4, C equals 10. So I'm going to plug it in the stuff. Square minus 4 times that. Okay. So we got -4 here. We got -4 here. We got 1. We got 10. Excuse me. And we got 1 here. Again, it's not the Rona. I've got to get some of my Zyrtec. I haven't been with Zyrtec in a while. All right. So -4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 10. All right. I get -24. Again, don't take the square root of -24. It will say domain error. Okay, I had a student last year. It was almost to the point I was going to throw another student at them because they kept doing that. What you do is you take the square root of 24. Okay. There we go. The square root is 2 root 6. Okay. 2i root 6. You just stick the I out there. Now, again, we can actually divide out a 2 from everything. It gives us 2. That 2 goes away, and that goes to 1. All right, so we're left with 2 plus or minus I root 6. That's it right here. Okay. Hey, a little hint if you haven't figured it out yet, none of these are no solution. Okay, pay attention. Oh, we're done. Hooray. All right, so let me know if you have any extra questions. Okay. Hopefully you're following along through this. Pay attention to the practice test. Okay. All right. Good luck. Good speed. Roll time.